The customers that best understand that shopping for a loan is not actually about the numbers, but it's about the relationship and feeling like you're getting the best answers from the professional that you're working with, that they're available, that their communication is good. When we think about shopping for a loan, we're shopping for a loan officer.
Hey, what's up? This is Greg Nuzza, loan officer, branch manager, Nationwide Mortgage Bankers. I'm over here at King Cullen in Wading River, and I want to talk to you about shopping. Obviously, I got a shopping cart here, and when we talk about shopping, we could talk about being on Amazon, or we could talk about being at the grocery store over here. But what I'm talking about is shopping for a mortgage.
What do we shop for as consumers? We shop for everything, right? I mean, we are consumers. Amazon, eBay, shop till we drop. Tape measure, cell phone, glue, a set of Legos. I mean, they're gonna be the same no matter where you get it. It's literally just a matter of price. And so that kind of bleeds into our brains. Things like insurance and mortgages, things like that. You'll just get the same thing out the back end. That's not exactly the way to look at it. All right, so let's look at it like this. Let's say that you were in the market to get a complicated surgery.
Are you gonna interview your surgeon based on how much they charge? Is that what the value is of getting a great surgery? Maybe to a small degree, but I'm picking the surgeon where I understand the surgery. I'm walking out of there feeling great, feeling confident that my surgeon knows how to navigate through that complicated, let's call it a transaction, as best as possible.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're gonna do the same surgery, but are they gonna do it the same way? Are you gonna understand the surgery the same way? Are you gonna recover the same way? These are things that, of course, make us ignore the price and focus more on the surgeon themselves.
Okay, when we go and get a mortgage, what are we really talking about? We're talking about some closing costs, an interest rate that's subject to fluctuation over time, where initially we may be looking at buying a house, but it could take 4, 6, 8 months in order to actually find a house, get an accepted offer, go through contracts, and close on the deal. So when you're talking to different loan officers trying to get an understanding of which bank or lender to go with, the question becomes, what are we basing our decision on in order to move forward? When we're truly shopping for a mortgage, are we really gonna be able to understand the numbers with such time in front of us before we actually close on something?
No, the mortgage is the byproduct of what is provided to you by your lender. We don't shop for a surgery, we shop for a surgeon.
You can find a bank that's gonna quote you the rock bottom numbers, and then later on you find out that the numbers perhaps are more than what you initially signed up for.
Imagine having to come to the closing table with an extra $5,000, $7,000, $10,000. That money was set aside for furniture, carpeting, whatever, and whoop, there it went. And I'm sure you may have heard about people who have had these experiences. Those type of experiences are what make consumers nervous about mortgage transactions. So we don't have to know a lot about mortgages or real estate to have a good experience. We just have to feel confident that we've picked the right surgeon.
Or you could find the loan officer that's projecting the numbers at their worst case scenario, being a true Boy Scout, preparing you for the worst. And that way, as you go through the transaction, the numbers perhaps get better or stay the same. Which lender would you want to work with? And how can you tell one lender from the other? And that's the hard part.
So for example, for me, I take the opposite approach. I'll project the worst case scenario to my customers. I will give them what I believe to be the worst possible outcome, not to attract my customer, because not every customer is going to want to go with me, especially if they're comparing around the block. But at the end of the day, when we get to a closing and the numbers are the same, if not better, which typically the numbers go down, that's how I have over 85-star ratings, because I'm giving my customers the understanding that the numbers are going to stay the same, if not go down. And who doesn't want that? I mean, that's my version of the surgery. Okay, so I think that's enough for today. You guys get the idea. Shop for a loan officer, not a loan. And you call me if I can help in any way. And I wish you guys the best with your home shopping. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.